Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you are following us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify.
Give us a 5-star rating. It massively helps us out. Enjoy.
I get put on a phone call after that thing gets released with the director of like football or whatever his title was, like director of football at Nike Global, and like that's the.
So when you start speaking to the guys that have global at the end of
Yeah.
their
Yeah.
now we're talking.
Yeah,
now we're
we've
talking.
Yeah. It's like, okay, this is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So I have that this phone call, and they're in America, so I was having it like really late at night, and I'm like, oh, this is like well excited. And he basically, the first thing he says is like well, blah blah blah, we love what you're doing, whatever. We have a shoot with Ronaldo in 2 weeks' time. Do you want to be involved? Bro, honestly,
Quite rhetorical at that point, isn't it?
Let me think about it.
Yeah.
But I just remember, I like, you know, when like on the outside, you're just like, yeah, like this would be great. Like I'd love that
I
opportunity.
think the opportunity would be great.
Yeah.
You know, the content would be really good actually.
You put like the laptop down.
Yeah.
Mum, I've made it. This is the best thing ever.
Or you think you've closed the call and you just jump off and go, "Ooh," he's still got you on camera.
No, you just do a catch and go.
But honestly, like when like that's where it's like a whole like like this is the biggest thing in my life, because it's not just like, oh, I'm directing Ronaldo on a shoot, and it is,
you're telling him what to do,
nuts. So I like bearing in mind like this shoot just then was with like Foden, and like that's like massive. Like they had big names on that one, Reece James, Jorginho, Mason Mount as well, Tammy Abraham. It was meant to be Kane and Ronaldo and Rashford, Kane and Rashford, but they were both injured, so they couldn't be in the videos. But like honestly, even like the UK campaign was sick. So like it's really like there's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes. Like I had to make the videos that I was going to make with Ronaldo and send them to the people just so they had like a proof of concept. So I was like going out onto like these like 5-a-side pitches in Barcelona and like filming the video, picturing like this is actually what.
Did you get someone to play the part of Ronaldo?
No. Like I filmed, and because no one was in the videos with Ronaldo, so I just pretended to be him. And there was like 4 different videos, and I go to Turin, who was at Juventus at the time, and it is nuts, man. Like you get there, so it's like a normal like 4G pitch. They literally like barriered up like the sides of it with like covering, so no one could see that he was there. And there was like 4 layers of like security that you'd have to go through. The changing room, just like a
Surely
normal.
at that point, people on the outside are like,
What's
I
going
wonder
on?
if it's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Probably. Well, it actually happened. So even like the changing room, they put in like flowers and like a sofa and stuff, just so he was like, it's understandable,
Comfy,
but it felt like, oh my God, this is overkill. And then he did a live stream with Tekka's kid, Lorenzo. He's a baller. He's like a really nice kid.
I remember that.
And so they do the like this live stream. Then like there's loads of stuff, and I was like the last like shit. Like, this is the thing as well. Like I was the last, right at the end, half an hour, and
But you got half an hour.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's a good thing.
That half
with
an hour,
Ronaldo.
That is. Oh my.
A lot of the time, if you get told you're on a shoot and you're like the last one of the day, it's like.
Yeah, it's very
been through
half an hour.
But because I did not. I brought just even just to see him just sitting across.
But I mean, conversely, it can work on the sense of like they know that they're about to finish, so they give you.
So do you know how big half an hour is with any footballer, let alone Ronaldo? That's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, half an hour Ronaldo is like what in dog years?
About 7 years.
Yeah.
But the thing about this one is that it got like so delayed, like it just like went on forever. Like he was there for like 3 hours or something, and then he's got to do the last shoot with me. He didn't want to be there, but he's like very professional. And I was told that I can bring like a filmer, like a camera person. But I knew in my head I'm filming everything on a tripod. I can do everything. I just got my brother to come with me because it's like it's an experience. But I told my brother filmed all the behind the scenes, and I'm getting him to like do stuff. We're doing editing tricks. So to film an editing trick is very like, they have to do it perfectly. And Ronaldo, he's a footballer. He's very good in front of the camera. But this is like a little bit different where you have to do a certain movement. And he did it like 4 times and he did it wrong. And I had like the decision in my head. Bearing in mind, there is like so much pressure on you. I was 21 and there's basically an entourage of about 30 people
Yeah.
who come with him. And in the morning, I had to do a walk around with his like whole entourage, explaining exactly what I was going to say to him and everything that I was going to do. So when he got there was like nothing to like, they could basically have everything made sure it's all right. So I do that, and then I finally get to it. And I had this decision, like all the people from Nike are there, all of his entourage. He's done it wrong 4 times in a row. I'm like, I either bottle it and I just say, yeah, it's all good, and I try and make it work, even though I know that like the editing trick probably won't work. Or I say to him, like, I can see that he's ready to like just leave at this point. I'm just like, do I do it or do I just not? And I just ended up saying, I'm really sorry, mate, but you've just done it wrong. Can we do it like one more time where I'm explaining it perfectly? And as soon as I said it, he went like this, and I was panicking in my head. I was like, please don't say anything. But he did it, and on that one, he got it right. And after, like, I was buzzing because like, I think it's a big moment. Like Nike, like probably taking a bit of a risk. Like I'm
they
a
entrusted
kid.
you to,
but it shows that you weren't. You got the bottle job. Like,
I knew what I knew. Like
you
this
were
is
there
what
to do
I
a job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also
at that point, it's reinforcing their belief that they knew you were the right person to do it.
But it was one of those, like, if I'd got him to do it like again after that one, I think it would have been too much.
Right.
And it would have been like, okay, we can't trust him next to a play because he's just pissing them off.
Yeah.
But also because of the live stream, all these kids started to know, like, they're recognizing the pitch. So we had like kids like coming over and like looking over the top and like shouting at him, and Ronaldo's like shouting at the kids to like go away.
Yeah.
And it's like, it just feels a bit wrong, you know? Like you're shouting at, like, you're Ronaldo, like someone else should be shouting at him. But we filmed the whole thing, and it was like the best thing ever. The worst thing about it, the videos never got released because because it was literally right at the start of COVID, where all of the lockdowns were going in, and it was promo for a boot, and we went into lockdown before the boot got released. So they just held off on all of like the marketing, and it was like.
And by then he probably moved from Juventus.
No. As in, like, he has like so many boots coming out and like different ones. So it's like it was way too late, but we did it. I got all the behind the scenes, and those videos that get behind the scenes got over like 20. Like if you added all the views from just the Ronaldo ones I've got, probably like 30-40 million. And it's like even the behind the scenes, like I'm well happy.
Look at this one.
Do you think
22 million is that one?
Yeah. That one.
Is nuts.
Do you think they'll ever be used at any point?
No.
So you've got the videos though, right?
Yeah, they're all on my phone. Like I got them all in a folder.
But you can't release them because I was gonna say after all this story we want to see.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
No, but that's the thing. Like I also have to think like this is with Nike. This isn't like you know Chris MD and Rota Shaw they did for their channel. But like this was for Nike. So I'm a consultant in all of this. I have to be really professional in terms of like I can't like they see me as like a company. They don't see me as like well, obviously they do a little bit because they allowed me to release the behind the scenes, but for the actual like videos, like that's Nike's like property. That's also, like not mine.
You couldn't release it because you could release it. Say it could easily get 10 million views in a day easily, but then they'd be like, take this down now, and you'll never work them ever again.
Yeah, and like it just ruins like the whole relationship, and that's one of the main things. I want to have a good relationship with these people.
It's a shame we never got released, you know.
Like you can still show your kids